You just said that, Amber, it just come up on the screen. Hello, my phone's flat. Hello. Sorry, I was talking to my wife. She's in the chat, but not physically holding her phone. She's doing a bit of painting. I'm just going to do a similar box to what I did yesterday, but nobody's seen me do it yesterday. They just seen the pictures. So I'm just going to round it off and just do a container. I wouldn't mind trying to go. I only went about, I think it was about that deep, the last one. Wouldn't mind going maybe a little bit deeper. So, no. Now that I've actually got some tools that are sharp. trouble now. We're in trouble now.
I was wondering when you were going to let me in.
I didn't see you there.
That's right. I've only been there for all of 10 seconds.
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just cutting it. I mostly just end up nipping it off there somewhere and just hollow that out maybe, I don't know. Because it's small enough to fit in my chuck. So
what sort of wood is that? A bit of the pine, Jay, or a bit of the ash?
Pine.
So I reckon that desert ash, it's probably, I'd say, not too far off being dry. I'm just trying to think. It's at least, it'll be 2 years old.
Oh, yeah.
But
Nice.
the olive's only about 6 months old, as you can tell by the weight of it.
Yes. Very bloody heavy.
What's my sound like here?
Your sound?
I've got one of the new earbuds in.
Oh, yeah. No, it's fine.
Oh, it's cool. But this one's a little bit. This is in the ear one. I've got the. I didn't realise I'd ordered two, so I've got that one as well.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's the one you sent me the link for, but that had sold out.
Yep.
But as it turns out, I don't need headphones.
Okay, you're just talking through the mic on the camera and the speaker, are you?
Yeah. I've been always using the mic on the camera, but I always thought I'd get feedback through the speakers.
You don't seem to be.
No, they're cheap ones, so maybe that's what's playing. They're not good ones. They're in the discount bin at Woolies.
Okay, yep. I wanted to get some for my work computer.
Oh, yeah. Amber's there. Amber's there, but not at the same time.
Yeah.
She's painting still.
That's all right. I thought I'd be polite and say hello.
Yeah. Yeah. She's not being polite and saying hello back, though.
Oh, that's all right. I know where you live now. I can come and stay on your roof.
Ah, bugger. That's no good. Hey, as soon as Amber's seen how much property you've got, she's like, "Oh."
I don't have a lot. In the scheme of what you've got, I've got a lot, but I've got 8 acres.
Yeah, you've got. That's what I was about to say. Compared to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything's relative, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that piece you did yesterday, that came up nice for that bit of crap pine.
Yeah, it's not bad, hey. I've worked with a lot of pine.
Yeah, like a lot of what I do is pine too, because I put all the pallets to bits, and most of them are pine.
Yeah.
And all the little tops I make, you get lucky sometimes, and it comes up nice.
Yeah. Should be interesting when Yorkie gets here.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I ordered a couple, and you got a comments on the checkout, so I commented that I'd seen the link on your page.
Awesome, thank you.
So I don't know, who was I watching the other night? Was that Wayne? I reckon he was playing with it, and Steve's played with it a bit.
Yeah.
And I like what it does as far as filling gaps and stuff. So I've got a bloody cypress bowl I'm doing at the moment that's got a bit of it tear out on the end grain.
Yep.
On the inside.
Yep.
And I reckon the Yorkshire Grit might be the thing to clean that up a bit.
Yeah, maybe.
That's that one I showed you with the floor in the side that I'm going to turn into a yarn bowl.
Yes. I should have given you a bit of mine. I do personally make an abrasive grit, but I just don't use it very often because I forget about
it. What do you put in it for your abrasive?
Talcum powder is one of them, and finely ground up eggshells in the other.
So how do you grind them, through a blender or something?
Coffee grinder.
Oh yeah, righto. Yep.
I've got a hand one, and you can set the setting to whatever you want.
Yep.
I eat heaps of eggs, and I thought, why can't I use eggshell?
Yeah, we use a heap of eggs through the bloody shop, so we can probably keep the eggshells out of that and dry. Do you cook the eggshell?
Yeah, I boil the egg and then just leave the eggshell off to the side to dry out a couple of days.
But somebody told me if you use an eggshell for anything, even if you do fried eggs or poached eggs or anything, you should just boil the eggshells before you use them.
Yep.
Because it alters the structure of the calcium a bit, I think, by the sounds of it.
Okay. Yep. Get out of here.
It's actually got some not bad grain in it, that stuff.
Yeah, no, I don't mind it. If I don't do a big tool mark in it.
Now that I've worked out which camera I'm on.
What camera is it?
This is the Logitech.
This
I've
one?
only got it sitting up above my screen at the moment.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I can do that with it. Or that with it, that's
Yep.
That's a few bits of cypress there on top of the pallet that I'm just working on cutting into blanks.
Leave it there for a sec. Oh yeah. Nice.
That sun's a bit of a bugger coming in the door, isn't it?
No, it's not bothering me.
Bob's out here supervising. What's up?
It's a good thing you didn't meet my dog. Jesus Christ. My dog's as old as the hills, and you still rip your bloody arm and leg off.
So this is that Banksia I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
Bit of super glue in the cracks to see what it does.
Nice red, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a really nice colour. It's really porous though, so I don't know how it'll come up. We'll see.
It'll be all right. A lot of people have doubted. A lot of people have doubted the peppercorn that I've done, and pretty much every piece of that's come up pretty good.
Yep.
Sometimes you've got to have a bit of faith in the wood and don't listen to the other person going, that's going to break.
Well, sometimes it might, but you don't. Phil Anderson at Shady Acres,
Yep.
He works with a lot of real dodgy looking wood. That's what I like watching him. He finds a piece that I've only seen one failure so far.
Yeah, I've watched a couple of his videos. I've been subscribed to him for a while.
Yep. I just thought I'd bloody lob on and have a look at yours while I was trying out the mic to make sure it was going to work well enough for tonight.
Yeah, no, it's good.
This is a lot easier than trying to work with a bloody lead hanging out of the computer.
Yeah, bloody oath. I've got to rearrange how I sit tonight too, because I was looking up at the camera last week and it's like, oh, I might just stand up this week. Be easier. All right, so I'm going to drill. Nice. I thought I wasn't going to drill this bit, but I thought, bugger it, I'll give it a go.
Yeah, do it the cheap way. So that's where I'm going to put my computer, Joe.
Oh, yeah?
Right there. And
Yep.
the lathes are on the other side of that.
Oh, yeah.
That's the desktop. I just had a look at it before. I haven't really looked at it for a while. It's got about, I reckon it's got 8 or 10 USB ports on it.
Oh, nice. That's what you want. You want plenty of those. Then you don't need don't have to worry about getting a powered hub or anything like that.
Yeah. Yes, I've got me extension lead. I've got another 5 metre one coming.
Yep.
So then I'll set up with 2 cameras. I bought that one as well.
Oh, yeah. Bloody good camera, that.
Yeah, well, after I saw what you were doing with it, and that's what you're on. No, you're not on that one at the moment, are you? You're on the other one.
Other one, yeah.
Yep.
Cheaper one again, but still works.
So what's that one? What's the one you're on there? What sort of camera is that?
I bought it off AliExpress, and I think it cost me about $15.
That's not too bad. It's not doing a bad job of it.
No, it was a bit of a wing ding because the Microsoft one I'd ordered from Dell because I couldn't get it anywhere else, and it was right in the middle of lockdown too.
Yep.
And they said it wasn't going to be delivered until August, and that was it back at the end of May when I ordered it, and I was like, what? So I went on AliExpress and I ordered a cheaper one just to make do.
Yep.
Yeah. So, but no, it does work pretty good. I thought it was going to be a bad quality one, but it's not much different from the Microsoft one, really. But in hindsight, it kind of does help to have 2 camera views.
Yeah.
So then they can see what's going on down here, or across here. Much easier.
Yeah. The only thing this is just a SID thing.
Yep.
So when I'm looking at this one, the lathe's backwards, so I've got to in my head I've got to turn it round.
Yeah. The same here. Yeah. No, it's kind of tricky, isn't it? Like it looks like my door's over there, but really my door's over there.
Other way around, but I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, it's that way for me because it's backwards. I know it's a prick to get used to, isn't it?
If you actually point it where it is, it shows up on the screen, all right? If you're looking at the screen trying to see what you're doing, it doesn't.
Bloody these. They'll let anyone in, won't they? They'll let anyone host a bloody live, won't they? It's just bad.
Well, they do, yeah. That's all right.
Oi. That's not very nice.
I'm still here, yell if you want something. I'm just going to play on the back of you.
Yeah.
I've got a little bit of red gum sitting in the Havco lathe, but I want to spin turn. So while you're doing that, I'm going to do that.
What was that, sorry?
I've got a little bit of red gum sitting in my Havco lathe.
Yeah.
To make a little bloody guess you might even have enough.
Look out. Look out, trouble's here.
What's going on?
Robbo's joining.
Oh, jeez. Now you're in trouble.
Yeah. Quick, cut this bit off.
Hang on. Right, I'm ready.
Yep, alright, let's go. Robbo's device not connected. He needs to check his microphone.
I need to get some anti-fog shit from your face shield.
Bit of Rain-X, eh?
Is he coming in or not? We lost him.
Oh, he might have left again. He might have. I don't think he allowed the microphone or something.
Okay.
Not really too sure. I'm not too sure what type of phone he's got. And also, he only just recently updated to a new phone, so it might be a bit tricky, maybe. I don't know.
See what we can do with this.
That wasn't a good time to enter, was it, Robbo?
What was that?
Right.
I said that
G'day,
wasn't a
Sid.
good time to enter.
Well,
You know,
yeah, I'll be back in a
when I
minute.
get this shit,
I'll be back in a minute.
All right, no worries. We'll be here all week. Oh, we'll be
I just
anyway.
think, Jay, when I get this shit sorted out, I'll have my camera. I can have my camera above my label. You've got yours above yours. He's going to see we can do it in stereo.
Oh, look at that. You got a bit bigger screen. You got widescreen now, Sid.
Goodness me.
Is that something for the swear jar then?
What? Goodness me.
I didn't quite hear what you said. That's all. I just thought you said the C word.
No, I said goodness me. I said polite. You hear my head going coming off?
Can't hear you, dude. It's just I can hear Robbo's music.
Is that Robbo playing that music?
Yeah.
That's a long way down there, Robbo. Oh, he hasn't got his earphones on.
Widescreen. Is that a bowl you're preparing there, Robbo?
Sorry, what's that?
Is that a bowl you're preparing there?
Yeah. Yeah, do you want to... this is the sample piece to show how to do shear cutting and everything, because I get sick of people not knowing how to, or showing what they think is shear cutting, which is absolutely wrong. So, and how to form the tenon on them, properly as well.
So Robbo's camera's got it looking the right way up, Joe.
Bite me?
Why is he upside down, is he?
Well, if you look at his current view with his overhead view from where we're looking, the headstock's on the right. Whereas from where we're looking with your overhead view, the headstock's on the left.
Oh, the head's...
Wow, what happened then?
Yeah, something dropped out really bad.
I'm trying to get it so you're on the bigger screen, Robbo.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, so anyway, this is part of it. I've just stopped for a cup of tea, that's all.
What wood is that?
Sorry?
What wood is that?
Jacaranda.
Can't say I've ever seen it. I've heard of it before, but never seen it.
Yeah.
It looks a lot like pine.
It's definitely not pine. And did you like that little musical interlude, did you, while I was mucking about?
Yeah, I did. It was good. Yeah.
Sorry?
It was great.
It was amazing.
See the old boy? Not sorry, I'm talking to my dog.
Yeah, I can't hear you properly. Sid's making a noise.
My dog.
Sid's making a row in the background.
Yeah, I was just saying my old boy here, the doggy.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, buddy.
Well, he's better looking than you are.
There's someone has to be in the house, don't they? Eh? Really?
It's a low bar though, Robbo.
Well, that's true. What are you up to, Sid?
I've got a little piece of red gum spindle turner. It's a little bit bigger than a pen link, and I'm just making one of those cocktail muddlers out of it.
Oh, I see.
I bought a couple of toys when I was in Carvertech yesterday.
And who doesn't?
The long and strong spindle gouge and a bowl scraper.
Now, wait on. Just give us a look at that long and strong again. Yeah, can you get it close to the camera? Oh, yeah. Who's that from?
Robert Sorby.
Huh. Wait on. Yeah. Just give us a look at the end of it. That's what I want to see.
The pointy end?
Yeah, the pointy end. Oh, yeah, it is a spindle gouge. Jeez, I'll be buggered. I didn't think they made them.
Yeah, they've been making them for a little while.
Yeah,
I've got a smaller one I bought with the coating on it.
Oh, yeah, the nitride coating.
Yeah. So I had that for a little while, and I just needed I didn't need it. I wanted a second one. So,
that's funny. Most people don't need them. They just want them.
well, I mean, to be honest, I don't need a lathe either, but I want one.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
I'm not making a living out of it. You're different.
Yeah, I do need one. But my wife will say I don't need 15 of them.
Yeah, well, my wife said I didn't need 2.
Oh, That's not
I
very
didn't
nice.
actually tell her I've actually got 4.
Yeah.
Nice. I like that. That's just
I
mean.
think actually now I've got 16. I had a couple of, believe it or not, GMCs given to me.
Yeah, that
And,
one of my 4's a GMC, and the other one's not much better than a GMC.
But I keep them there to show people what not to buy.
But I bought the GMC at a clearance sale for, I think I paid $50 for it, and it's what got me started and got me interested. So it didn't take me long before I went and bought the Carbatec, but
Yeah, yeah.
the GMC got me started.
No, well, I've seen some fantastic work come off some GMCs, I tell you.
But again, it's like you're saying the other day, Robbo. It's not the tool; it's what you're doing with it.
Yeah.
I'm glad sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're right.
I was going to say I found a GMC online for $80 and I showed it to Sid because I thought it was a bit of a bargain. And then he goes, no, not really. It's like,
No, it's. I've had a bit of a trim.
Oh,
wow. Is that just
Bloody
for the show
Took a
tonight?
took a bit off the sides. No, what was happening was it grows long down the sides here, and with the heater fans and the extractor fans going, it blows across my bloody eyes like this, you know?
Yep.
And tends to make me. So I thought, right, that's it. Got the comb out last night, got the scissors out, went hack. I finished it.
Yeah.
yeah. No, Ray's got a GMC. He's turned it into a belt into a drum sander.
Yeah. Oh, look, that's right. Like as a plate sander or a drum sander, look. Let's face it. It's just spinning in something, isn't it? And that's all it's got to do.
I mean, all you can really do. Oh, you can. I managed to find a adapter and a chuck adapter to fit the record chucks for it.
Yeah.
So I was able to put a chuck on it, but you can't put anything in the tailstock to work with apart from what's on there. It's a fixed tailstock.
That's the biggest problem. But no, they're only a three-quarter inch thread. Then they're actually a pipe thread.
It's a 3/4 inch. I reckon the GMC is a 3/4 inch, 16 teeth per inch, and the other one I've got, which I paid similar money for again at a clearance sale. I think I paid $50 for that, and that's a 3/4 inch, 10 teeth per inch.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Depends which part of the factory they were made.
Yeah, this one's actually it's a different design to the GMC, but it's still tubular steel, not a cast bed. And it's got a sanding disc on the back of the headstock, which is why I grabbed it, because at that stage I didn't have a disc sander.
Well, the sanding disc's worth more than the load sometimes.
Yeah, well, that one I'm considering just cutting all the bloody bed off it and just sitting the headstock there on a bench as a disc sander.
Yeah, why not? What are you doing,
in fact,
Jay?
I could
Anyway,
probably turn it round.
No,
He's listening to us at the moment.
just dicking around, really. Just dicking around.
oh yeah.
Not much,
I
just
see.
wasting time. You know, wasting internet. You know.
Annoying Amber.
I dropped on to make sure that my sexy new headset that I got, Bluetooth, is good enough for the earwigging the live tonight, so I don't have to have that thing hanging out my ears.
Oh yeah. Is that a Wi-Fi one, as it said?
It's a Bluetooth one. So if you've got Bluetooth on your computer, you can latch straight in, and mine doesn't have Bluetooth on it. So I went on to eBay and I bought this little jigger.
Oh yeah.
Which plugs into your computer and gives you Bluetooth.
Yeah.
And it's basically just you stick. Can't see it?
No, I can see it. No, that's all right. I can't wear earbuds because I wear hearing aids. And
yep. Well, here's your other option. That's a Bluetooth one as well.
Oh yeah. And my
I didn't
ears
realise I'd bought two.
Oh, my ears aren't big enough to fit two pieces into.
Yeah,
I'd look like,
so that one there that's a Bluetooth connection as well.
oh yeah. The other problem I had, like I went through about 4 or 5 of the headsets and that until I
Yep.
found one that actually that I could hear, and I was very
Yeah.
lucky with my computer bloke. Is that yeah? Look, just try them and see how you go. So
Yeah.
Did you
hello,
hear
Amber's in the background.
that? No, she's not. She's out. She's cleaning the paint roller to use again.
I need
Oh,
to
yeah.
get an anti-fog thing for my mask, Robbo.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, apparently the anti-static things that you put in washing machines work for doing that. I
Okay.
don't know.
Like
Or another
for
trick
use
is-
it as a cloth to clean it with.
Yeah, I must admit I've rubbed just soap in them and then polished them, but I
Okay,
never. The other good trick to clean them, put them in the dishwasher.
No. They handle the heat all right?
So just
Oh,
give
yeah.
it to Amber.
Yeah. No, mine get pretty dirty because we actually turn a fair bit of green timber on the odd occasion, and yeah, she must be out of earshot. No, what I'll
Now
do
point at you,
is
Jay.
Oh, this one
I'll
here.
poke him in the ear.
I was poking Robbo in the ear yesterday and he didn't feel it. How's that, eh?
Oh, no sense, no feeling, mate.
He just had your hearing aid turned off, didn't he?
Well, that's
So
right.
that's my little wood rack.
Oh,
And behind
bugger
that
off,
little wall
will
with
ya?
the finishes on it is where my lathe sits,
I'll come and steal all your wood.
and that's the rest of the shed.
I'll come and steal it all.
You won't steal it, mate. If you come down here, I'll give you some.
It'll all fit into my car. I'll get it all in there. I'll chuck it on the roof. I'll have it dragged behind it.
I'd pay money to see that, actually.
Yeah, you know, right?
Now that I've seen your car,
Yeah. Hey, I'm
I'd
a
pay
good-
money to see you get all that in your car.
I'm a good
I'll tell you
customer,
what.
mate.
My wife's got a Honda Jazz, and people are astounded how much that you can actually fit into it. I've delivered 8 veranda posts in that car. So you just fold the back seat down, fold the front seat, the passenger side down, and load them right through, and you can nearly close the boot on it. But she'll go,
Nearly
she'll
close
go to a shop.
nearly close the boot.
Yeah, oh well, it nearly closes. But what the hell did she get the other day? Oh, a big industrial vacuum cleaner for her. That's right. Like this thing stands 3 feet tall and about 2 foot in squareness. And the salesman said, "Oh, no, we're not going to get that in the back of that." And Julie said, "Don't you worry about it." She said, "I've had a dishwasher in there; it fits." And the bloke was astounded.
Yeah.
She enjoys doing things like that.
No, I used to have a food charity, and we used to have a shop.
Oh yeah.
We had like it was like a cheap discount shop, and I'd go and collect the food. We'd go and buy it from Food Bank, and
Yep.
we'd be walking around with the big trolleys, and they're going, "You're not going to fit that in the car, love. Do you need a truck to deliver it?" No, come with me. I'll get it in the car, and I got it in the car every single time.
Yeah. Only problem was the headlights aimed at the possums.
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah, while they're up in the tree. Cars
Yeah.
sitting like that.
Okay.
And we call
What
that
is-
shooting possums.
I'm going
Just need
to ask a personal.
Me.
Can I ask a personal question there, Jay?
Sure.
What did you do for a living?
I was an industrial cleaner, like high pressure hose,
Oh yeah, yeah.
until
And
I
now
cooked
you're
my
off
back.
on. Until you what?
Until I cooked my back, killed it.
Oh yeah. I must admit, I I've been using a big industrial blower to clean off underneath Henry, and you've got to be like the Hunchback of Notre Dame to get under there and scrolling up and down. Geez, I couldn't hardly walk for 3 days.
You need a lackey.
I used to employ a cleaner, but I don't do enough work anymore to do that. So,
You used to need some hot and cold running maids, Robbo.
well, that's right. Yeah. I have
Cold ones.
suggested
The cold ones are for cleaning, and the other ones are for whatever.
Nursing.
At my age, man, I'd rather have a good feed.
A hot cup of tea, yeah.
I won't complete the rest of my normal sentence because Amber might be listening.
I'd look, honestly, if she was listening to this conversation, she'd join along with it. Don't you worry about that.
Yeah, what's that, Doc? Oh yeah, good crack.
That's that bit of that Banksia. There's a couple of good
Oh,
cracks
yeah.
in it. I'll fill them up with super glue. I'll just see what happens.
Yeah. So,
Nothing ventured,
oh, well,
nothing gained. Cost me nothing off the edge of the road. So
well,
It's the smallest cup I could find.
what's that?
That's my
that's
cup.
coffee, I reckon.
Oh,
Yeah.
coffee. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know that I cannot drink out of those bloody things?
Oh, this is a good one. This is Gloria Jane.
Yeah. Even so, I still like it in a china cup, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I've
Sounded
only
like my
got
grandmother, Robbo.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm a bit of an old fart.
Hey, can I just
But a cold-
say though, right? That green thing that you've got on the end of your cigarette really looks like a
Yeah.
doesn't look like you're smoking a cigarette. That's all I got to say.
No, it's a cigarette holder.
I know what it is.
I suffer
Tell me those
badly
things.
with.
Colour.
No, I suffer badly with nicotine stains on my fingers, and
Yep.
under cameras it looks bloody terrible. So I use a
Yeah.
cigarette holder. I know, going back to the 30s, 1930s, where they all had
It's
cigarette
cultured
holders.
again, Robbo. It's part of that culture, like the music you were playing before.
Oh well, that's right. Yeah.
Showing your proper standing in society.
Well, this is right. Yeah. Occasionally I come down to you peasants.
Yeah, and we appreciate it. You know, and it's,
Can I just say something about the hierarchy people, right? Can I just say something?
yeah, feel
Thanks for
free.
not putting an address. Thanks for not putting an address on there, Robbo. You bastard.
What
I was
address?
hoping there would have been a number on there, a house number or something.
Sorry. Oh, what? 2 Bayview Road.
On your
My
is that what
house.
it is?
My house number, you mean?
Yeah.
Do you know why I don't have to? All our mail comes to the
Because
post
of
office, and everybody in the town knows who I am. I've had things. I've had stuff addressed like jobs, a sample of a post or something coming from New South Wales, and it's just had the wood turner Tooradin, Victoria, and I've always got them. And the postmistress now says, like, we had some ripper postmasters over the years, but the postmistress now says, you know, I shouldn't really deliver this because of privacy laws. You know, you shouldn't. It's crazy. You go into the post office to ask for an address, they're not allowed to give it to you, but they can give you a phone book. They can give you a phone book with the address in it. Yeah, it's bloody stupid. Like, she had a woman come in the other day that was looking for me, and she said, oh, I'm looking for the wood turner in Tooradin, somewhere in Bayview Road. And she said, look, I can't tell you where it is. I can't give you the address, but if you go out and you see the old service station just there, just turn and do a U and come up the service road, and that's his place. But I can't give you the address. bloody stupid, isn't it?
Just type that into my GPS.
2 Bayview Road.
No, do a U-bolter at the old servo.
Oh, you got to work out which one's the old one.
I've got to remember tonight that your 8 a.m., your 8 p.m. is my 7:30 p.m.
That's right.
Yeah.
Don't be late.
I sat there last night when I realised it was 20 past 7 and I'm just about to sit down to a steak and chips and all. Shit! But luckily, Robbo was running a bit late, so.
Yeah, don't be late, or you'll have to bring a note from your mother.
Right, I might just organise that now, just in case.
Oh, you forged them too, did you?
Me, never. No, I wouldn't do that.
Actually, it's the one thing I've never done either. Like my mum.
I wasn't game.
Oh shit! No, neither was I. Jesus. A good way of committing suicide in our house.
And like we lived, we were 17 mile out of town, so it was a half hour on the school bus, and it was too hard not to go to school. You couldn't not get on the bus because they could see you from the house.
That's right.
And
yep.
once you're on the bus, you can't get off till you get to the school. And there used to be a duty teacher when you got off the bus, so you had nowhere to go, so you just went to school.
Yeah, we never had that. Like I had to walk. We actually walked 3 miles to school, or rode our bikes when we got a bit older. But my kids used to catch the school bus at 7:30 in the morning, and they never wagged school either because they couldn't. Used to annoy hell out of them sometimes, I think, because if they didn't get on the bus, the bus stop was only 100 yards from our place, and old Len, the driver, would actually stop in our driveway and ask us, "Oh, where's Andrew today?" You know?
Yeah.
Oh, he's a crook. And I used to give a note. Used to give a note to him, and he'd take it into the school. So.
Robbo may contradict me here, Jay, but if I was turning that, I wouldn't be doing anything on the inside of it until I had the outside finished.
I wasn't going to mull out the middle. I was just going to make an outside pattern and then leave it and then chop it off and do something with that. But then I thought, bugger it, I'll knock it out and see what happens. Whatever happens.
Yep.
It's only old pine.
That's only another bit of that pine from yesterday, Robbo.
Yeah, I must admit, I do the inside first and then do the outside to suit the inside.
Okay.
Most of the time.
No, I'm not really fussed about the inside. I just wanted to see if it would hollow out with that little bit of a notch in it.
Why are you working cack-handed? You're all over the place. You're all over the place. Looks like you're trying to support the tool handle in your belly button.
Because he's a lefty.
Oh, lathes were made for left-handed people.
I go back this way now, right? No.
Jay, try this.
Yeah.
Put the handle in your left hand on your left hip.
Yeah.
Now put it on the tool rest. Now put your right hand on the thing.
Yeah.
You got the handle on your hip?
Yeah.
Right. Now all you do is you sway from your hips down, right?
Yeah.
So and move the hand across so that you're keeping the constant angle the whole time. Because you've got no tool control.
Don't swing the handle.
Yeah, because you've got no tool control if you're holding it where you were before. No, move your hand on the rest as well as your hips. All right.
Terrible. It's a funny movement, you know. It just feels.
You get used to it. It does feel really odd to start with. I found I struggled with that. And
Just wait a second. I'm swinging cameras around so that I can show you.
Because if I point it right down that far, it feels like my tool rest is up too high, but I can't get it down any lower.
No, that's the problem with Carvatec lathes, unfortunately. Yeah. No, I can't get a long range on the camera, but just have a look here for a second and
All right.
see if we can get it. I'll bring this one out of it if I can.
Yeah, no rush.
Right. Now, the chisel is on my left hip,
Yeah.
holding onto the handle, right?
Yeah.
My feet are about 3/4 of a shoulder width apart, and they're
Yep.
parallel. My body is parallel with the lathe. Now, all you do is you just rock backwards and forwards yourself. I'll just drop
Yep.
this one down a bit and see if you can. Hold on.
And also, Robbo, Sid told me that I may have my lathe not maybe too high.
Well, yeah, elbow height's the right height. So, right, I'll just drop this one down a bit.
when I'm watching him working, Robbo, it's probably sitting an inch or two above his elbows in the working position.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, I actually like it an inch higher than my elbow because it makes me stand up straight. But I don't know if you can see that. But see how I'm moving, Jay?
Yes.
All right. Now, what you're doing is you're standing off sideways and putting
Yeah.
a chisel in front of you.
Yeah.
And that's not why they've got long handles. It's so you can get it back on your hip and just move with it, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and if you can't get in the right place, you do the time warp. It's a little step to the right
And then a step to the left.
or a step to the left or a step to the left, depending on which way you want to go.
You're bringing
Yeah,
out
yeah.
your music production.
You have a
again.
step to the right, and then you have a step to the left, and then you do the time warp again.
Yeah.
Yeah. With the,
Yeah.
with the pelvic thrusts.
That's the one. So that gouge you just had then, Robbo, can I have a look at
Yeah.
the tip of the pointy end of that? So that's a bowl gouge. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's tonight you will learn a few things.
I hope so.
Yeah, me too.
So-
So, yeah. I learn something every day. That's good. It's all good.
I bought this one from Machinery Warehouse, and I really don't like it.
Yeah, it's a
That's
V
narrow,
flute.
isn't it?
Yeah, it's a V cut.
Yeah, bastards are things, I hate them.
I didn't when I bought it, I didn't realise it's got a beautiful long flute on it, and it's a 1/2 inch gouge,
Yeah.
and it's got everything
That's-
right except the bloody cut.
Is that a
what this
record, is it?
Yeah, it is. Yes, it's a record.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's nearly a parabolic. It's a bit, is that a Chinese one, is it?
No, I got that from Woodworking Solutions.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a bit thicker it's a V flute as well, not a U. Yeah.
Yeah, that one's a wood
that's
cast.
Yeah, that's a parabolic.
This is the one that Sid gave me yesterday.
Oh, yeah, well, that's a spindle gouge.
It's almost. It's supposed to be a
Oh,
bowl
that's not the
gouge,
one.
but it's more like
That's
a
not
spindle
the one.
gouge.
This is the one
That-
here. Sorry.
Yeah, it's still almost a spindle gouge.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
that's and now I'm not being rude. That's a Chinese one, is it?
Yeah, it is. It's out of one of those red plastic box Chinese kits,
Yeah, right. They're a hybrid
So-
gouge. They're not.
and so is this one.
Yeah, you notice how deep they are, like how the flute is thick right at the base there. You've got a really thick piece of metal underneath the flute.
Yep.
Yeah, well, that's a thing with the Chinese. They do that, and it does make them hard in a lot of ways to sharpen properly too, because you can't get a nice swept back grind on them without a lot of mucking about.
Yeah, I've got a little bit of a sweep back on that, but not a lot.
Yeah. They actually, it's actually
But it's not
easy
much
to
better
hand.
than. It's almost a spindle gouge.
Yeah, it's a cross between a spindle gouge and a bowl gouge.
Yeah.
It's not. I call them a hybrid, but they're better off actually being sharpened by hand, funnily enough, than trying to use a jig on them.
Yeah, well, that one I gave to Jay, I managed to shorten it by 1/2 inch trying to sharpen it by hand without a jig.
Oh yeah.
I had the same trouble Jay did, just trying to get the grind right, and kept going and kept going back and trying to. It was finished up 1/2 inch shorter, and I went and bought a jig.
Well, that's actually a problem with them, and that unless you, and I'm not having a go at you, unless you're experienced, they can be a pig of a thing to sharpen.
Oh, I'm not experienced. I mean, I've been turning for probably 12, 18 months.
Oh right, okay.
And I go and talk to I talk to people a lot and listen to what they say and try and then come home and have a practice. I've got lots of bits of wood in my little wood heap for my fire pig.
Well, Ray was worse than you when he started, I tell you.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Oh, he was hopeless, man. I tell you, I reckon he sharpened his tools on the concrete floor.
That's not a bad idea, actually.
It took me about 12 months to convince him that, look, Ray, you've got to clean the grinding stone off and get rid of those corrugated roads down it, you know, because it used to be black.
Yeah, the dressing stone.
Yeah.
Something I meant to take with me yesterday, and I forgot. I've got because when I bought my slow speed grinder from Woodworking Solutions, I got a free dressing stone with it. So I've got a spare dressing stone, one of those little diamond ones.
Well, the defined slow speed grinder, it's a 1400, is it?
Hang on, I think it's. I'll tell you in a sec. Ow.
I felt that.
Yeah, 1450.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
Yeah, that's all right. You can't use a dressing stone on what I call a slow speed grinder, which is the Tormex and those sort of things.
Oh, like the whetstone type grinders.
Oh,
yeah, that's right. They just don't spin fast enough. You do.
No.
You do more damage than anything else, actually.
Yeah, because it doesn't clear the dust.
Well, no, you fall down into the hollows and make them deeper. It's like driving along a corrugated road.
Yep.
So it needs the speed to really get it around, you know.
Yeah. So I should be back up in Adelaide again before the end of the month with another job I've got to do. So I'll take my spanner up for him. I haven't worked out how to bloody. Well, maybe I have. Get his adapter off his bloody head thread.
Oh yeah.
Oh, didn't that shifter fit, Sid? I meant to ask that.
Hey?
Didn't that shifter fit?
Yeah, it did, but you can't hold the drive.
Oh yeah. That.
No.
Oh yeah, that part. Yeah.
That was the hassle.
What I have done with those to put a spindle lock in them is actually drill a hole through the shaft so you can fit a steel rod down through it, and it locks onto the whatever around near it.
Oh yeah.
Dear.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's got that black collar on. You might be able to show that in the. What do you got there, Jay?
I'm going to turn these into my handles on my lathe.
Okay. Yep.
I got that little 3-tier shelf that I showed you. These are the legs on the bottom. I'm just going to rip out those thread things in there and They make good handles.
Yep.
Best improvement you can make to it.
Can you just on the throw your camera back so you can see the
All right.
back behind the chuck?
All right. I'll see if I can do that. See ya. Amber says goodbye.
So on my Carbatech, the little black collar that sits between the headstock and the chuck's got 2 flats on it for the spanner.
Oh, yeah.
And on this one, it hasn't. So there's...
Oh, hang on. Camera works not bad.
I'm getting seasick.
Whoa. I was about to say the same thing.
So the little black collar you got there with the hole in it, there's nothing to grab that with to stop it from turning while you're trying to undo the adapter.
Yeah.
So I took a spanner
Yeah.
and I didn't take my screwdriver. I probably could have got a screwdriver into that hole and locked it, but didn't have anything there strong enough to hold it.
What you might need is a pair of...
You're right, Robbo? You're not going to spew, are you?
No, but I feel like I'm on the deck of a bloody destroyer in the South China Sea. No, might pay to take a pair of Stilsons with you as well. What you do is you put the screwdriver in the hole and hold it, and then bring the pair of Stilsons up so that the screwdriver blade locks against the Stilsons themselves.
I'm with you, yeah. Instead of trying to get it, so you've only got the short part of the screwdriver shaft to lever against instead of sticking it down against the bed. Yep, I follow you.
It. Because they bend sometimes.
Yeah, there wasn't enough, and the hole's too shallow to get a really good lever on it.
I know, that's the problem with the bloody things.
Yeah. So with that, if we get it off, that grub screw that locks the adapter in,
yeah.
Is there any reason that you can think of not to Loctite that in there once you do it up?
No, like it'll only be a problem if you change layers and you need another adapter to put in the chuck. But with Loctite,
normally a bit of heat you can get it undone.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Now the best way of fitting that adapter in is I've got the lathe here and the camera's over the top, so I'll show you. And I just happen to have a chuck here that I'm using tonight, so.
You bloody hell.
He's organised. Whoa.
Not quite, but I'm getting close. I should be doing more instead of talking to you blokes. All right, just hold on. I'll change the camera.
I'm going to turn the live off.
So what you do, open the chuck out and fit it down over your tool rest and lock it onto the tool rest like that with the jaws.
Okay. Yep.
And then tighten the crap out of that and then put your grub screw in.
I follow you. Yeah. So use the chuck for the tool rest for a bloody...
Like a vice,
not quite a fulcrum, but it's like a reverse vice for the... Yep.
Yeah, what I normally do, I've got a big industrial vice here, and I put a flat 1/4 or 1/2 inch plate in it, and then sit it down over the top. But if you use your tool rest, that's good enough. Plus, you can
hang on to the tool rest and
or wedge it against the headstock, you know.
Yep. Yeah, because you want that in there tight, but you don't want that tight on the headstock spindle.
Oh, you're dead right. Yeah. Yeah, so you can use real tools like Senders.
You know, the only time the chuck really comes loose is when I'm drilling in the end.
What do you mean when you're drilling in the end?
When I'm boring out the ends of stuff like a cup or something down this end, when I'm using a Forstner bit to lay that out, that's about the only time the chuck comes loose for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah. I'll tell you why, because you're not seating in the right place on the chuck. You should be registering down on the front of the chuck, not in the bottom of it. You haven't put a little shoulder on that. You've just turned it round and whacked it in the chuck.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and you're killing 40 you're losing over 40% of your gripping power by doing that, which I'm going to explain tonight.
Okay.
Yep.
So I'll wait till then.
I know what you mean. That so yeah.
Because at the moment, all it's got to do is just lever straight out of the chuck. Whereas if you've got a little step in it, it's got to lever up and out. You know.
Yeah, I get it. Yes. I just looked at the size and went, "Yep, that'll fit in the chuck," and turned it in.
I learned something the other day too, Robbo. I learned that record chucks and Nova chucks, you can interchange the jaws, but you've got to swap the 2 and 4 jaws.
Which one? Sorry.
So record and Nova.
Yeah, well, record actually make the chuck under license from Nova, I believe. The Axminster chucks or the record chucks are actually Nova chucks.
They turn the other way to lock though.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And that's why you've got to swap the 2 jaws. So the 2 and 4 jaws you have to put. If you take the Nova jaw and put it on a record, or vice versa, you put the 4 jaw on the 2 and the 2 jaw on the 4 because they turn the opposite way. But they are interchangeable as long as you do that. Yeah.
I never knew that before, so I'd still be a bit doubtful about that because the.
Well, you think about the fact that they tighten in the opposite direction, so they're going to be slightly different.
Yeah.
Where they run through the groove.
Yeah, the thread should be different.
Yeah, so they said they're interchangeable, I've read lots of bits and pieces. I haven't tried it, but I've read lots of bits and pieces that say they're interchangeable.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to think which one I saw it on.
Now, wait on. Are you talking about the jaws or the slides?
The jaws.
The bits you screw on with the Allen keys onto the front?
Yes.
Yeah, right. Okay. Yeah, I can sort of understand that to a certain extent, I suppose.
Because I bought one. I've got one record chuck, which I bought when I had the because they've got a different thread in the back of the chuck to the Novas. When I bought the Carbotech lathe, I bought a Nova chuck with it because I couldn't get an insert for the record chuck to go onto the Carbotech lathe on that day.
Oh, right.
I bought the record chuck for the GMC with the 3/4 16 teeth per inch insert.
Yeah.
And the outside thread that goes into the back of the chuck on the record and the Nova are different.
Oh, it annoys the crap out of me. It's like USB plugs. Why the hell they can't make them a standard size instead of having 355,000 cables and still can't find one that fits.
So yeah, you got the one that fits the printer, the one that fits the Wi-Fi, you got the one that fits the bloody phone, you got the one that fits the other phone, you got the one that fits the iPhone, you got the one that fits the iPad. Yeah.
And then you get ones that look the same and they plug in all right, but they won't charge things up because the one connection isn't right, you know.
Well, they're not data cables or something like that, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I've got a box full of bloody USB cables that I've accumulated over the years because of various things. I must admit, I like wireless these days for my printers and things, and my keyboard and mouse.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, where is it? I've got an old desktop that I'm going to set up for my YouTube. And just as a heads up, when I do my YouTube streams, I'm going to be using my Sid's Repurposing YouTube channel, not this one.
Oh yeah.
But that little setup there, that's like $16 at Big W, and it's a wireless keyboard and mouse.
Yeah, and they go through batteries.
Hey?
Oh, sorry, they go through batteries. That's why I stick with. I've got a wireless mouse, but the keyboard that rips through batteries.
Nah.
No, well, I've got the Logitech one. I must admit, I like Logitech products, and it's fantastic with the keyboard and the mouse. Like, had it probably
I bought
2
one of
years.
those units like I just showed you for work. And I reckon I use it every day, and I probably change the battery in the keyboard and the mouse every 6 or 8 weeks.
Oh yeah. I must admit, I switch mine off at night time when I'm. So I'll see how it goes.
Which you can do on the Logitech ones. I don't think you can switch these other ones off. They do time out though.
Yeah, got a little button there just to turn them off. Like one of
Yeah,
my
I've got a little Logitech one I use in the ute.
Yeah. Which is very handy. Except when you're in a hurry and you've got to send out an invoice or something and you start typing and it doesn't work and you're getting flustered and you think, why the hell isn't this bloody thing working? And you've forgotten to turn it on.
Yeah, user error doesn't help.
Well, that's right. Operator stupidity. It's like yesterday I was trying out the camera arrangement here because I'm still playing with one new camera, the one actually that I'm on here now. And it's got about 4,000 bloody settings on it. And for some reason they wouldn't switch on. Then I realised I didn't have it plugged in.
That helps.
Well, definitely, I believe so.
Yeah, I've heard it helps anyway, yeah.
Yeah, no smoke coming into the lines, you know.
Yep.
Hey, I've downloaded a program for multiple cameras so that you can switch between cameras without having to actually go through the StreamYard settings. I got it from Steve. He uses it on his lives.
That cam, whatever.
Yeah, Many Cams it's called, or Many Cam. I haven't actually tried it yet, but when I've tried it, I'll let you know what it's like.
Yep.
Well, mine's pretty. I've just got a multi-connect HDMI thing on. I can just switch like that.
Oh, okay. That's easy enough.
Because doing all the videos and everything, I used to have 4 cameras set up. I can't set up the SLR on these for some reason. But with the 4 of them, it was much easier to have all of them virtual recording, but me to be able to watch one while it was doing it, you know?
Yeah. Yep.
Next weekend is the Turn South Australia, and that's it.
It is indeed. As far as I know, I've got to catch up with Ray, but I'm pretty sure it's still going.
Yeah. To put it bluntly, I'm a little pissed off.
I can imagine.
Like,
I'll take some video for you.
thank you. That'll really upset me.
Well, that's what I was thinking.
You should have a YouTube live there.
It's just not entirely a silly idea either.
No, it's not.
No. Oh, well.
Then Robbo can talk to them, you see.
I could actually do that.
Yeah.
Wait,
Do a StreamYard and then Robbo can have a chat and that'll spin them out a bit.
I'll have a chat to Ray and I might see if I can't set that up a bit.
Yeah, it depends on whether you can get Wi-Fi there or not. And as far as I'm aware, there's pretty good phone reception there anyway. So
yeah, no, I can take me. I've got plenty of data on my phone. I can take my phone in there and hotspot it and Wi-Fi off that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we only use half our data each month.
Yeah, I wish I could share my data around. I get 1,000 gig a month, and I'll be lucky if I use 200 of it.
Yeah, we get 500, and I'll be the same, Joe. You lucky to use 200.
Well, I
Only,
think I get 15 gig or something on my mobile phone. I've never used any of it.
Yeah, we're all on mobile, so we've got 2 mobile. So we got a deal a couple of years ago where we got 2 10-inch tablets that had 100 gig each on them.
Yeah.
And then we already had the Wi-Fi. Because we bought the Wi-Fi, they gave us we paid an extra $5 a month for 12 months, and we got the tablet and double the Wi-Fi, and we haven't gone in and updated that plan because nothing else is. If we don't change it, it stays where it is.
That's
and
right.
If we change, there's nothing there that'll give us the same data, so we just keep it going.
Yep. No,
we don't need all the data, but yeah.
I must admit, I'm a technical dinosaur as far as that goes. I like a phone that just makes phone calls and receives phone calls. And unfortunately, with the new bloody government tax office thingos, I had to go and buy a new phone a couple of months ago that's Android and all that sort of shit, of Samsung, because to get in to pay your BAS and your tax, you've got to have fingerprint identification. It's ridiculous.
This is the funny thing about all of the conspiracy theorists with the 5G, I reckon. But what do they want to know that they don't already know?
Yeah.
Well, that's why I laughed years ago when they said about an identity card. You know,
Yeah.
I said, look, as soon as you give them a phone number, they have got you.
Yeah.
Because that connects with everything that you do.
You got a phone number and an email, and you're on Facebook. They've got everything they want to know about you.
Yeah,
Basically,
They don't need anything else.
like I was the administrator on a big woodworking forum, and one bloke said, "Oh, I love this forum because it's so anonymous, you know." And I said, "Oh, really?" I said, "Right, your full name is such and such and such and such. You live at such and such a street. I don't know the exact address, but it wouldn't take much to find it. You drive a Ford Falcon thingo. You have 2 daughters. One is in special needs. One is this, and they both go. One of them goes to this school, and one goes to that school. Your wife's name is such and such." And he said, "How the hell do you know that?" I said, "Because you've told me." I said, "You've told me on your posts exactly."
Yeah.
That you know your daughter's been crook or something like that, and you've come out with a name. And I said, plus I said it's rather awkward. I said I used to work in Army intelligence. I said and all that crap goes into my head, and I just keep it there. So, but no, look, I would have no qualms, funnily enough, about. The only problem is that there could be a government that could misuse it, and I would have no problems of having a bloody chip put in my wrist or something like that for identification purposes. But the trouble is with some governments, they would use it for bloody corrupt purposes.
If anybody wants to watch me, they've got a sad life.
Yeah, I'll say that.
Well, I must admit, I was watched by a certain government agency up until about 20 years ago, and I'd get the odd phone call or something, and they must have had a very dull existence, I think, looking at me.
They got sick of it eventually then.
Hey?
They got sick of it eventually then.
Yeah, they did. They figured I wasn't going to be causing any problems or telling any secrets. So.
coming to terms with the sharp tools yet, Jay?
How you going, Mike? Sorry, what was that, Sid?
I said, are you coming to terms with the sharp tools yet?
Yeah, slowly, yeah. Yeah. I'd like to find a jig, or maybe make up a jig or something so that I can sharpen all of my tools on the grinder, though.
We can't. You can't with that
You can
setup.
have a second jig.
Put it
With a
on the
second
other side
wheel.
of the grinder. Put it on the other side of the grinder, right?
Yeah, good day, Mike.
Yeah. Just a flat table like the one on the Pro Edge, Jay, and you can set your angle to do your.
That's all it needs is a flat thing.
Yeah.
That's the only disadvantage with that jig is that you can't attach things to it easily.
They do it. They did make a little table that would go on there, but I can't remember. I know I saw it once, but I can't remember where.
Yeah, I've got one. But unfortunately, I welded it to the arm. I welded it to the arm.
Yeah.
So it ain't coming off.
What's not coming off?
I've got a flat platform that actually fitted onto that, but I welded it to the arm to keep the angle and I need it on it.
Oh, yeah.
But then you can rock like you rock your gouge backward, your rough and gouge backwards and forwards across the platform like I do, and do your
Yeah, well, that's right. It's only
parting
a matter of
tool. That's a
rolling.
parting tool I was trying to think of, and your skew on that.
That parting tool sounds like a nice sharpener.
Possibly does. I gave it a bit of a crack yesterday on the thing, but it's a diamond parting tool too, so it's got that high ridge in the middle.
Yeah,
That's the first time I've done that.
And the point wasn't on the ridge.
Yeah, mongrels and things there.
That's the first time I've done that, and I did it on camera.
Well done, mate.
I normally cut it with a saw.
Well, it's a bit sharper than it used to be.
Yeah, just a
And
tad.
I got it close to being in the middle when I had it on the Pro Edge yesterday.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. You can name it whatever you want to name it. I don't care.
It's a little vase. That's what I'll call it.
Yeah,
It's
me
something.
too.
Okay.
Pity
it's a vase.
the hole didn't go down to the base though.
Yeah, no, I didn't really have much. Didn't even know what I was going to do with it, to be honest. Just
Yeah, it's a bit of that pallet stringer pine, isn't it?
yeah.
Yep.
That's all right to practice on. That's good stuff.
Yeah. Just gives me a
Mike
shot.
said it's a VA. I'm not sure whether he started and he's still coming with the rest of it. He's got VA.
VA. Is it meant to be AA?
Or VASE maybe?
Or you met it? You met at the AA?
So I don't know whether you caught up yesterday, Mike, but I went for a little drive Friday night and spent the afternoon with Jay yesterday at his place and sharpened his tools for him. Oh, it's half a vase.
Half a vase.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'll pay that. I'll pay that.
All right, you win, Mike.
Doesn't quite win the internet, but it's not bad.
Yep, all right. You can bugger off now. No.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
I'd better finish what I'm doing too.
Right, I'll catch you tonight, Robbo.
Yeah, no worries, Sid. Thank you. Same to you, Jay.
Right, see you, Jay.
Yep.
Good night, Mike.
See you, Mike.
Mike. Robbo's got a live on tonight. Oh, sorry, it'll be nighttime for us. Have a look on his YouTube channel. Or I can send you a link on Messenger or something.
All right. See you,
All right.
folks.
See you later. All right, see you later, Mike. Have a good day, night. My half a vase. I'll put half a flower in it, all right? All right. Yeah, I'll send you a link. I'll post it on my Facebook page a little bit later tonight, like about an hour before it starts or something. Please like, comment, share, all those things.